Hi guys, welcome back to me. I'm currently, where in the world is Vasiliki? I am currently in Arthur Findlay College, which is a world-renowned spiritual college that is essentially like how magical Harry Potter is. Just more down to earth, I suppose. And feels very real and a beautiful mixture of magic and physical. I'm just walking through the gardens, absolutely beautiful. I feel like this would be such a great space to have a little circle, and gosh, I'd love to create something like this at home in our backyard. It'd be amazing if I could have clovers as well, but we'll see what happens. The other day, I was having a really hard day, and I came and ended up sitting here on this stump. Oh, there's a ladybug. Hey, buddy. Let's step beside her. Anyway, I was having a hard day and I went for a little wander, and lo and behold, I come across this magnificent redwood tree, and I'm just in absolute awe of this magical being. Oh, another ladybug. I'll tell you more about how ladybugs are significant to me in a moment, but I was standing here and I was like, oh my god, in absolute awe, or oh my goddess, of this phenomenal redwood tree, and it just keeps going up. And for those of you who have no clue about why this is so magnificent to me, I have really been wanting to see and feel redwood trees for as long as I have known about them. And we only have, I think, a little forest in Melbourne, or near Melbourne rather, that I didn't have the chance to experience when I was there. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just see them in America one day. But no, the UK has so many beauties to behold, and such variation of flora and fauna. I even saw a badger running across my path the other day, and it was so cute. And I remembered someone say recently that they actually can be quite aggressive, so I attempted to just not give it much energy and just allow it to pass. And then I got excited about it because I have never seen a badger. We don't have badgers in Australia, so that was cool. Anyways, so I was sitting here on this stump, and I was having a hard day, and I was sitting here and I was saying to my unseen spirit friends that I felt were here with me how blessed I feel to be able to be on this journey, and the deep reverence that I have for the magical world, the unseen beings, my own path, where I've been and where I am now today, and how I've gotten here and where I'm going. And I also shared that my heart was really aching for personal reasons, and it was a really tough day. It took everything to just be in class, and then I realized I actually don't need to be in class, and that I wasn't able to give back of value, and from a place of, my nervous system being stable and my being stable to be able to give proper healing. So I did go for a walk, and I sat here, and after saying how blessed I felt, I said that my heart was aching, and I said to my divine team and the unseen beings, and I put it out into the world, kind of like a sonar going out, that I am open to receiving love and support from the unseen and seen beings in my life. And I went back to class, and it was lunchtime, which is great. And we've just been given buffets of food every day, basically, and it really is amazing timing for me, because the week before my moon time, I am able to, or women are encouraged to eat a lot of carbohydrates and eat a lot of food to prepare for the next part of our cycle. And so I've really been enjoying food, and because I have given them my allergens, they've been serving me food that I can eat, and my joy for food has grown. And because I've had such incredibly beautiful, heart-warming and heart-opening experiences while eating as well, I feel like that's really added to everything, because our table is one of the best tables. We have so many creative people, really intelligent and creative, amazing channelers, and we're just always laughing together in such wholesome ways. And I'm really blessed to be part of this amazing little group who is absolutely feels like soul family. And so when I went back to the rest of the day, we have been given the option to choose between spirit art, platform mediumship, and trance work. And this time around I chose art. So I'm sitting there, and our tutor Richard is like, okay, what do you guys feel like you want to focus on today? And I was like, oh, I'm feeling healing. And then someone said mediumship, so it ended up being healing and mediumship through spirit art. And I'm like, okay, I'm still not in the best headspace, so I'm feeling better at this point. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, this should be interesting. I don't know if I'm in the right headspace, but I just remembered what I know is to step out of the way and become the channel, become the clear vessel that I am so practiced at doing, regardless of what headspace or mood or vibration I'm at. I just realign to that space, and I can do that with mediumship. So that was really amazing. What came through was my new friend's sister, and she said to me that she had been waiting for, like, she knew that her sister was going to come through, she was just waiting for the right time. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was feeling the same about my dad, because there had been some mediumship demonstrations, but he hadn't come through yet, and I knew he was close. So I wish I had the picture that she sketched. So Richard has this really awesome technique of having a circle, so drawing a circle for the physical, drawing a circle for the emotional, drawing a circle for the mental, and drawing a circle for the spiritual. And then utilizing our subconscious, our intuition, to choose pastels or colors that we're resonating with. And as they're unfurling onto the page, we're utilizing our intuition and channeling what these colors mean for either ourself, another, in like using our psychic abilities and having more of a psychic session, or in mediumship and channeling spirits through. And I think this was the first time I did it with a spirit, which was really cool. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's a very private thing, but what I want to share is that a Punjabi word came to me, P-A-T-I, and I said to my friend, is this a word? And she said, yeah, it means tea, and tea was one of her favorite drinks. And I was like, oh, that's amazing, because tea, if you know me, I love tea and my infusions. And we have been told recently that the spirits that come to us often have a resonance with the medium that is channeling them, which makes that connection a lot easier and a lot clearer. And then the more we fine-tune our abilities, I suppose, the larger our bandwidth becomes, and the more different types of beings we're able to connect with. So I thought that was really cool, and it makes so much sense. To me, spirituality and logic go hand in hand. I know that there are people who would beg to differ, but that's okay. You're allowed to have your own beliefs, thoughts and feelings, and this is really just a place for me to share mine and to hear yours if you want to share as well in the comments. So I channeled this amazing woman through, and I felt like she showed me a part of her life that I also resonated with, that I could bring through the colors and bring them to her in spirit to help, or maybe, to help heal that aspect of her and her life that maybe she was having trouble moving through, or maybe she just, was open to receiving healing in that moment. So I think that was really beautiful, and I absolutely love how healing mediumship can be to people, and the fact that now I can so easily bring art into it is such a joy. I mean, I didn't think that mediumship could get any more joyous, and that I could feel any more honored and have any more pleasure with being who I am and delivering messages from the unseen beings, the unheard beings, the ones who don't always have a clear voice, who haven't always been heard, who haven't always been seen clearly, and give them that honoring. It's just, I don't have enough words for it. It's such a joy, and I love that I can bring healing to spirits as well as the people, their loved ones who are still here in the physical reality. And I definitely can see myself sharing more of my gifts in this way when I come home, and maybe even before then. I would say who knows, but sometimes I know, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all unfurls. And then my friend that I was working with channeled Dad through, and that was amazing and kind of caught me a little off guard, but it was beautiful. And for me, the aspect of healing for me in this session was that I received acknowledgement for things that I hadn't before, and I also feel that there was a big shift to do with forgiveness with my dad coming through, and him sharing how he loves to live vicariously through me. And I think she also said that I'm his favorite show, or one of his favorite shows to watch. And I'm just like, yeah, that'll be right. I know that he is part of my spirit team, and he has enhanced my abilities being on the other side with my grandfather and Vixen and Lucky and Boo Boo. Vixen, my cat, for those of you who don't know, was my familiar, still is. She passed away last September on my mom's birthday, and Lucky and Boo Boo have been our family dogs for quite a while, many years. So they feel like children to me. Vixen especially felt like my daughter, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So it was beautiful to have Dad come through, and it's beautiful to receive that healing. And then later on in the evening after dinner, we were given raffle tickets to choose out of a glass bowl, and I was paired with this phenomenal medium in our class that he just picked. Like, he was so specific. I could feel the resonance. He like described me to a T. What we had to do was pick a color to reflect the person that we're partnered with, pick a color to reflect someone who has passed, and I'm not sure what order this is, but someone who has passed, and pick a color for someone who was who's still alive. And yeah, he just gave me so much, and it was absolutely incredible to receive. And I feel at the end I really assisted him with something that he's been really struggling with as well, personally. So I feel like it was a beautiful exchange, and I just love how I'm always incredibly gently loved as much as possible, as much as available in every moment, and supported by the entire cosmos, no matter where I am in the world. And I think as well, or I feel and I know that this is why, or part of the reason why, I love traveling on my own. Even though this is my first time, I've been doing it for a month now, and it's just incredible beyond words. I highly recommend it if you are feeling that curiosity, and if you are feeling like traveling around the world or to a certain place. Like, if you have constant thoughts that just, you're not even thinking about them, they just come to you, and you see yourself in these places. I just had a few just then. Do it. Just go for it, because we only live in this body once in a lifetime, and it really is up to us to choose to make the most of it or not. And I can't even describe how fulfilling it is to have been, what I feel, trained by my spirit team, and also the beings that I've crossed paths with the last 13 years, to be able to be where I am now and not just survive, but really thrive, regardless of what has happened personally, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally in my life. I'm thriving, and I'm loved, and I love myself, and I love myself through everything. Even if I feel, in fact, it's been very rare moments in the last month, but beforehand, even if I felt like I didn't deserve it, I still always know that I do deserve love, and I do deserve love in every phase of me. I deserve to be supported, and I absolutely love to be able to do that for others as well. So just quickly before I leave, I'm going to show you this beautiful redwood again, and I'm going to go closer to it. Bye, little ladybugs. Oh yeah, I was going to say the significance of ladybugs. So it's pretty cool. About 13 years ago, 2014, I was getting really strong visions of traveling, and the UK was calling me so hard and loud, and I was like, okay, but I don't know how this is going to happen, so feel free to show me, universe. And right at that time, I was learning about all of this. I was living in Paddington, and this feels so amazing. I was living in Paddington, and I was chilling in my garden, and my creative flow came back, and I was surrounded by ladybugs all the time. I just kept finding them all the time, and yeah, I'm being reminded that Vixen was also with me so much in these spaces, and I really feel her with me now. I miss her a lot in physical form, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be seeing a lot more clearly now. So thanks for tuning in. Oh, there's cute little pine cones here. Isn't that cute? I have to be mindful not to take too much nature home because, you know, I'm going to hold this for a bit. Yeah. I assume that our tea break is over now. So I'm going to wander back. In fact, I'm probably running late to class. But if anything, I have, well, one of the things that have become even more clear and confirmed to me is that I don't run on other people's timing. Like, I do my best to be punctual and everything, but at the end of the day, my body tells me how to flow, when to go faster, when to slow down, because I always have the intention that I'm honoring myself and others at the same time. And I'm always where I need to be. Definitely something I've had to learn over the years. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, for watching this video, for witnessing me in Wonderland as I travel around the UK. And I received a message from one of our classmates yesterday that it is part of my purpose to travel around the world, to be who I am, and share my gifts with the world. And obviously I light up when I think about that, because I really believe it as well, and I feel it. And yeah, there is a lot more travel to come, so there'll be a lot more videos. And yeah, I really trust that whoever connects with me and shares in the energies that I'm experiencing and transmitting, and, you know, part of me feels like I have friends here with me, even though I'm walking by myself. We're never alone. We're never truly alone. Oh, there's another redwood over there in the distance. But yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope and trust that you're listening to your body, your intelligence, your healing intelligence, and your wisdom, and allowing yourself to flow wherever you and your heart desire to go, and show you the magic of the world, and the magic that you are. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.